Hi, and welcome to Chemistry 100 for the spring 2024 semester. My name is Jessica Stanfield, and I will be your instructor for this online course for this semester. Please note that my name is Stanfield, not Woods. I'm still working with the district to get my name updated from when I got married almost 6 years ago. So hopefully that will be solved in the next couple of weeks. But Stanfield is the correct name to refer to me by. So I have been teaching chemistry at San Diego City College since the spring of 2016, and I have been teaching chemistry at community colleges in general since the fall of 2013 when I started at Grossmont College. I'm an adjunct, so I do teach on multiple campuses every semester. I currently teach for City College and Grossmont College. But in the past, I have also taught for National University and San Diego State University. I like the community college atmosphere because I have smaller classes and I get a chance to actually get to know my students. I don't really enjoy lecturing at large lecture halls that have 300 to 500 students in them. I much prefer the smaller environment where I get to actually teach and interact with my students and get to know everybody. So I very much enjoy working at the community college level. I have wanted to be a teacher since I was a child, really. My freshman year of high school, they made us write letters to ourselves the first week of school that they gave us when we graduated. And in the letter, we were supposed to mention what we would be doing upon graduation. In my letter that I wrote to myself, I talked about how I would be starting at San Diego State with the goal of becoming a teacher. That goal morphed over time a little bit. I originally thought I might want to teach elementary school, but then I started taking chemistry classes in college and really fell in love with the subject and realized that my passion was for higher education and teaching a little bit more focused subject than doing the widespread teaching that was required for all subjects at the elementary school level. So I do thoroughly enjoy what I do. I really enjoy getting to know each one of you and hopefully helping you figure out what you need to do to achieve your goals and your success. Outside of teaching, I have a husband and a child. She's currently 3.5 years old. She was born in June of 2020 during the height of the whole pandemic. So that's been a very interesting journey there. So when you watch my lecture videos, which are all being recorded from scratch this semester, we've changed the textbook that we use for Chem 100. And rather than trying to adapt the lectures I had recorded largely during COVID, I decided to scrap it and start from scratch this semester to hopefully record a higher quality set of lecture videos for you all, because I have definitely learned a thing or two about recording lecture videos in the last few years. So I also have two dogs. I can't always record when everybody is asleep or everything is pitch quiet. So there might be an occasion when in the background, my microphone picks up a dog barking or my daughter yelling for some reason. Typically, if I'm in here recording, she's out there with my husband if she's awake or she's not at school. But you just never know kind of the way life works. So sometimes I have to record at odd times. You'll also notice behind me, there is one of my closet doors and a little bit there that is kind of my daughter's art canvas. So as I record things that show me during the semester, you might notice the artwork on there morphs a little bit. Let's see here. We're big soccer fans in our family. I'm wearing a Loyal jacket right now. We were season ticket holders for the Loyal until they folded, and now we're season ticket holders for San Diego Wave. So if you like soccer and you ever go to any Wave games, you might see me. And if you do, please come over and introduce yourselves. Teaching online, I don't necessarily get to meet all of you face to face unless you do a live Zoom call with me or you're in my lab. So I would love it if you saw me out and about and you introduced yourself to me. I also really like sci-fi. We watch a lot of sci-fi around here. In fact, I have a Star Trek tiki shirt on right now. We also like tiki. We play video games. So we do like some sports, but we're also a pretty nerd forward house. My daughter's favorite characters include Darth Vader, Rapunzel, and stuff like that. And we do enjoy Disney. So yeah, we're kind of just nerdy, weird people in our household. So you'll see some of that come through this semester. I have some example problems or test questions where I have you do some weird conversions like, oh, there's a suit of Beskar armor. How much would this actually cost if you were to buy Beskar armor? So I infuse a little bit of that through the semester. There are a few housekeeping things we have to go through, kind of boring, like the syllabus. I'm going to try to make it really quick because you can read through the syllabus yourself. I just want to highlight a few specific things to you. So I'm going to share my screen here. All right, there's the syllabus. I do have a multi-monitor setup in my office. So when I am screen sharing, if you see me in like the little box on the bottom where it shows, you'll see me kind of with my head turned because I've got things projected on a screen other than my camera is on. All right, so again, my name is Jessica Stanfield. District still has me as Woods, which is why you'll see that in all the district stuff. My in-person office on campus is S211L. There is a hallway that is S211, and all of the faculty offices for physical sciences are along that hallway. So you go in the doorway, you go down the hallway, you find whoever you're looking for there. If I'm in my office, it's a shared office with other adjuncts. So if I'm there, I usually have the door open unless somebody asks me for a Zoom link. Then I typically shut the door to cut out some of the background noise from the hallway. I will be holding office hours from 1 to 3 p.m. on Mondays this semester. This is following the in-person lab that I teach on Mondays. So you can come see me in person or sometime between 1 and 3 p.m. If you want a Zoom link, shoot me an email and I will send you a Zoom link. I don't usually leave Zoom just running while I'm in my office because if I don't actually use Zoom, if it just sits on standby, it typically times itself out and I have to restart it anyway. So just send me an email if you want me to get Zoom running. We're an asynchronous class, no Zoom recordings required. Chem 100 designed if you are not planning to take Chem 200 or 201. If you need 200 and 201, Chem 152 is actually where you should be. 100 is typically for our nursing, allied health, etc. sort of majors. You must be enrolled in a Chem 100 lab in order to take this course. So we are using oh, I need to update this. I thought I updated everything. We have changed the textbook. I'll get this updated before I publish everything to Canvas. We are using the Hein textbook this semester. So we're using, I think I have the 15th edition here at home. We're using the 16th edition of the Hein text. It's the same one that is listed as your bookstore order. So I'll get that fixed. We just switched textbooks in the last semester. And again, I tried to continue using the Timberlake text in my recordings there, and the sequencing did not work. You'll also need to have access to Wiley Plus. We'll be using that. So there will all be launched through Canvas. So you won't need to log into Wiley Plus separately. I have it all linked into Canvas. So everything will be given on Canvas. And occasionally there will be some non-Wiley Plus homework as well. You should have a pencil and a non-programmable scientific calculator. Okay. Let's see here. Don't cheat. Okay. That includes looking stuff up on Chegg, using AI, any of that stuff. You must do your own work. In fact, you'll be taking your exams in a testing center that is proctored. So you need to make sure that you do know how to do the problems without having a machine learning system or Chegg do them for you. They will catch you if you open up Chat GPT or any of that other stuff in the test proctoring center. It's happened. So they know if you open up unauthorized websites. If you have academic accommodations, please let me know ASAP so that I can make sure that I add you to my accommodation spreadsheet so that throughout the semester, I can make sure that you get your appropriate accommodations. Obviously, it's an online course, so we use Canvas. Okay, so lectures asynchronous. Everything will be pre-recorded, available for you to watch each week. We do have a schedule, which I'll show you in just a minute to make sure you're keeping up with the chapters each week. You don't need to log on to Zoom. Everything will be in there in Canvas. There's going to be a module for each chapter. I don't make hour-and-a-half long lecture videos. I break them up into topical chunks to make it easier for you. Each week you'll be watching lecture videos, taking notes, submitting your notes, taking quizzes. So you do need to be keeping up with this. Don't wait until Sunday night to start opening things up. You will run out of time and you won't be successful. Okay. We're using the Wiley Plus homework system. So there's homework assignments associated with each chapter. And then some chapters will have additional assignments that will be in that chapter's module. Because it's an online class, we do use discussion boards. I try to make them topically relevant. Like this week is just the standard. Oh, look, it's the introduction to the course. Everybody introduce yourselves. After that, I try to make them relatable. Like one week, I have you look at some objects around your house and measure them with a ruler. As we prepare for exams, I'll throw up some extra practice problems that I have you work on and then compare your answers with your classmates, things like that. So I try to keep the discussion boards relevant to what we're working on to help you process and learn those skills that you need to learn for any given chapter. Okay, again, use of AI, Chegg, Course Hero, tutors, the internet, etc., are not permitted when you are in a testing mode. So each chapter, there's a quiz. And so typically the quizzes are due, if it's a chapter that we're covering for a couple of weeks, they'll be due at the end of whenever we're done with that chapter. Sometimes they'll be due the week after the chapter. Like this week, chapter 1 is super short. So your notes will be due by the end of the week. And the next week, you'll owe me your Wiley Plus homework as well as the chapter 1 quiz. You can also work ahead. When I publish a chapter module, I try to publish the entire thing. That way, if you do finish it ahead of time, you have a chance to finish it ahead of time. Okay. Quizzes, I also give you 2 opportunities on them. I use a random number generator though. So if you take it one try and you get some stuff wrong, make sure you really work through those problems before you try the quiz again and make sure you know how to do them, because the second go around, it'll throw new numbers at you. So this is designed to help you learn as you go through. Okay, there's 3 exams this semester, and then there will be a final exam at the end of the semester. So exams are taken in the test proctoring center. The test proctoring center is open usually Tuesday to Saturday each week, depending on the campus being open. So if there's a holiday that's Friday, Saturday, obviously the test proctoring center will not be open for Friday, Saturday. They do require you to schedule your exam 5 days in advance. So what I have set up is the week before an exam, I have an assignment that you must submit telling me that you have signed up for your testing appointment and the day and time. That way you don't forget to do it. Otherwise, they won't let you sign up last minute. So we have to work within their confines of their system. Okay. I do allow you to use a periodic table, which I will provide you the file that you can print out, and one one-sided page of notes. So what I recommend students do, so you don't have a whole bunch of excess pieces of paper, is print the periodic table on one side, and on the back side, write out your 1 page of notes. Exams are 25 questions with each question worth 4 points. At the end of the semester, there's a cumulative final exam. I do pull the questions for that exam from the semester exams, from the 3 midterms. But again, I use a random number generator to make sure that you do go back and study all your exams and know how to do the problems. Because let's say you get 1.11 as your number on exam 1, and I reuse that question for the final, but you may get, 2.36 as your number on the final. So make sure that you do practice those problems. Okay. Typically the homework, the Wiley Plus has a grace period of 2 days. That way, if you're experiencing I don't know, internet difficulties or whatever, and you do wait till the last minute and you try to submit it at 11:59 p.m. and it doesn't go through, you have a grace period to submit it. Quizzes and exams, though, will not be accepted late. Those are assessments, not homework. I cannot accept those late. I need to be able to release the correct answers to the rest of the class so that everybody can learn from their work and move on to the next module. I cannot leave tests and exams, quizzes and exams open for long periods of time. If something extenuating happens for an exam, you need to contact me right away so that we can work out what is going on with that. You can't just disappear on me for 3 weeks and pop back up and say, oh, I had a thing happen. Now I'm back. When can I take my exam? You do need to stay in contact with me so that we can work out any sort of extenuating circumstances. For quizzes, there are no makeup quizzes whatsoever, but I drop the lowest 2. So if you have a situation where you just take a quiz one week or you forget to take it, I drop the lowest 2 to allow for those situations where life happens and you just don't manage to get a quiz done. Okay. Chem requires a bunch of time to learn. You should be spending a minimum of 3 to 4 hours each week watching the lecture videos and 6 or more hours studying the material and completing the assignments outside of class. College, lots of independent study. It's not just you show up to class and you're done. You are expected to read the textbook, watch the lectures, ask questions, work problems, develop these study skills. You need to have intrinsic motivation in college. You can't just rely on everybody outside of you to be telling you to get your work done. You have to find that motivation from within in order to be a successful college student. Okay. Everything's done on a weighted average. So 20% of your grades quizzes, 40% exams, 20% final, discussions 5%, homework's 10%, and then the notes that you submit are 5%. And then here is my grading scale. If you are not accustomed to City College, we do not use a plus minus system here. Everything is a flat grade. So you get an A or you get a B or you get a C. There's no B plus or C minus or anything like that. Everything's flat grades here. Okay, treat Canvas as our classroom. Please be respectful of everything. Remember, there's real people behind all the keyboards, including my keyboard. I am a real person over here. I'm not a robot. I'm not an AI tool. I am a real human being. So you need to make sure that you are treating each other as real human beings. And as students, you need to make sure that you remember that I am a real human being and treat me as such as well. I usually respond with emails within 24 hours if you send them on a regular school day. If you send emails Fridays or over the weekend, probably won't get them until Monday. I might get to them before them, but I can't make any guarantees on weekends. And then spring break, obviously, is a break. And so I'm largely unavailable during the spring break period. Whole bunch of student learning outcomes that you need that, I have to put in here to let you know this is what we're going to learn in the class. Okay, so that is our syllabus. Let me switch over to our schedule. Okay, so here we have our schedule, so you can see what I have scheduled each week of the course. So review that, make sure you're familiar with it. Okay, and then we do use Canvas. Okay, and so obviously when I'm done with the welcome video, then I will get this module published here. So you will see here there will be a page where you can watch this welcome video. There will be a copy of the syllabus. There's a syllabus quiz that you'll have to take. And then there's some practice stuff where you can get oriented to how you submit things on Canvas in the manner that is gradable for me. And then there's some orientation homework for Wiley so you can get used to that system. Discussions, I have the first week's discussion ready to go. Exams, I listed the weeks we have exams, and then you can see there will be exam appointments that you will submit. Chapter 1 we're working on starting this week, and then the homework and the quiz will be due next week. So pretty much everything is built out like that. I've got these headers letting you know the weeks that we are working through things to help keep you going. If you go over to the syllabus page, which I need to make that one change about the textbook because I thought I caught everything. And then if you go to the syllabus page, you can actually access that schedule document yourself. So that brief flash I showed you on screen a minute ago, you're not expected to memorize that. It is here on the Canvas shell. The way I have it worked out is that we will be mostly using the modules page. So that's where you should find everything. For Wiley, there will be a Wiley course resources link over here. And then when you go to any of the Wiley assignments, I have them set in Canvas to make it easy for you. You'll click open assignment and you'll go through everything there. So if you buy the textbook on campus, I believe it comes bundled with Wiley, or you can purchase Wiley as a separate situation where you can get the e-text and the homework completely separate from buying it from the bookstore. So there's a few different options for purchasing access to all of that. So anyway, that is the brief introduction to the course. So make sure you read through that syllabus. Make sure you take the syllabus quiz, because I do expect once this week is over for you to be familiar with the syllabus, and I do hold you responsible for that. If it is in the syllabus and you email me something later this semester that's in the syllabus and you try to tell me, well, I didn't know that was a thing, I will point you back to the fact that you did pass the syllabus quiz and you did indeed know that it was a thing. I know there's a lot of information the first week of classes. You're getting oriented to all your new professors. If you're new to City College, you're also getting oriented to the school. So that's why I've tried to keep the first week not too terrible. We do have to get through chapter 1, and I do have chapter 2 starting this week. So hopefully you'll start watching those too. But I do understand that like the first week is a massive info dump, which is why I have the syllabus quiz. So that way I know that you've actually gone through the syllabus document. Feel free to email me with any questions. Again, if you email me, Monday through Thursday, I should get back to you within 24 hours. If you email me over the weekend, not as likely to get back to you until Monday. So hopefully we all have a great semester and everybody is super successful and gets through this class with a passing grade by the end of our time together. So I look forward to working with you all this semester, and I will catch you with the next video.